Hi guys and gals, and welcome to another episode with me, Jay. Today I'm going to be showing you how to store your Steam library on a Synology NAS and play them directly from the network attached storage to your gaming PC or laptop. Now the reason behind this video is I recently saw on Facebook that Synology have actually started to sort of enter the gaming market. They actually are one of the sponsors of Bosra, and they're actually attending Insomnia 58. Now if you've never heard of Insomnia, that's the UK's largest gaming event. Now whilst they're there, they've actually said they're going to be demonstrating how to host a game server on a Synology NAS, so it gave me an idea for this and I thought, well, I'll try it out and show you guys how to do it. Now the operating system I'm using today is called DiskStation Manager and it's developed and maintained by Synology themselves. The version I'm using is DSM 6.0.2 on a Synology DS916 Plus with a BTRFS volume. Now BTRFS is basically just short for B-tree file system and it's usually pronounced as ButterFS or BetterFS. And in brief, this file system is basically a copy on write file system developed for Linux. If you'd like to learn more about that, I've included a link in the description below for you guys. So the first thing you want to do is to log into DSM and set up the LUN on your Synology NAS. So step one is creating the LUN. Now LUN simply stands for Logical Unit Number, and the easiest way to think of it is think of it as a block of space that we're going to set aside to be our sort of quote-unquote drive. Now to create the LUN, you first want to go to the main menu in DSM and open the Storage Manager application and select the iSCSI LUN tab on the left. Now iSCSI is a way of connecting storage devices over a network using TCP/IP protocol, and it's basically just short for Internet Small Computer Systems Interface. The LUN is basically the unique identifier used to designate a single or collection of physical or virtual storage devices. That's all it is. So complicated words for essentially simple things. Now after clicking on the iSCSI LUN tab, you want to choose Create and you want to choose iSCSI LUN File Service, which if you're using older versions of DSM, it's actually referred to as regular files. This type of LUN allows us to use thin provisioning. Now what that means is it allows us to actually set an amount of storage space and it allows for that to grow. So essentially if we set the storage space to 100 gig and we run out of storage space for our games, we can simply edit the LUN and increase the space to what we need. So it also means that we don't have to use the entire space of a volume, which may have other information on it such as your videos, photos or document folders. So you can call the LUN whatever you want and make sure that you choose the volume that you want to use. I only have one, which is a regular volume. It's set up on a RAID 5 across three 3TB WD Red NAS drives, which are basically just standard 7200 RPM drives. Now ensure that you've set thin provisioning to yes, and set the capacity of the gigabytes to whichever you want basically. So for mine, I'm just going to set it at 100 gigabytes, and then under the iSCSI target mapping, you want to select create a new iSCSI target. What that will do for us is create a target for us automatically, and that target is how Windows is essentially going to connect to the NAS. Now on the next screen you can enable CHAP if you want to use a password for the drive we're creating, but I don't need to do this. It's all in the local network, so it's all secure anyway. I don't need to include extra passwords, so I'm going to leave that unchecked. So from there, all you need to do is choose next, and then it'll give you a brief summary of the settings. Choose apply and allow DSM to create the iSCSI LUN for you. That's all we need to do on the NAS for now. For the rest, you'll be on Windows and we'll come back to DSM later on.